Thank you.
On your left as you walk through to the foyer. There won't be a fire tonight, but if there is one, just calmly make your way outside through any exit that you spot. We will meet at the front of the mess and we'll take stock from there. That's it. If you haven't spotted it yet, also in the foyer.
Yes. Prank गरेको क्या तपाईलाई
यहाँ सचिनको थियो
कटलरी र नाइफ बाँधेर
त्यही भएर रहेछ के
किन इसिङ खोजेछ भनेर माथि सोधेर रात खान मिल्दैन
यो पनि अब यो भन्दा टाइम पर्छ
कसम यो गेम त पक्रै छ
जिम त खानै मिल्दैन नि केक चाहिँ खाइन्छ जिम चाहिँ खाइन्छ हरिबै भन्दै सचिनको फोन बोल्दै
But my resident expert, I've often asked, so what's the difference of this? The ex-Gurkha and Nepali citizen would also say, I'm not sure. So, the most trusting adjutant in the British Army is what you've been labelled as by some of the young officers in the battalion. We touched on it earlier. Handing over the role to subalterns with, confidence of a man that's possessed, basically. Like, you can have it, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. You're just walking out the door, they'll be fine, they'll be fine, they'll be fine. Fireworks going on behind you. I don't know, brave or wise, not sure, but it all worked out okay in the end, right? But we think one of the reasons for this is to feed your habit for travel in AT. So whether it was, weeks away in Nepal or been on Death March in or your recent AT express in Kilimanjaro, the Sultan spent quite a bit of time in BHQ, particularly in your office. But you would think normally that would be for punishment, but actually he was just doing the adjutant's job. And some would say that you've had more time off than Santa Claus. But talking about this area, I was surprised to read the story about your experience with yourself, because that's not the feedback I had from Krishna about Frank and you Bikram Saab, to be fair. I think the claim was 50 odd pints in 6 days. I'm starting to wonder if we've gone on the wrong expert. Right, Kilimanjaro. Famous for collecting everybody's walking poles each morning. And then claiming them as your own. And then when somebody challenged you, I think they're mine, Sam. Oh, no. They're mine, I've set them up, they're mine, I've set them up, they've set them up for me. So some say that must have been the altitude. But, in all seriousness, as we all know, the adjutant is a really difficult job. It's actually quite difficult to sum up 2 years in that role. For you, it's probably a blur of G1. And CEOs like myself now, so I'm asking stupid questions. But I've had the pleasure of working with you for that entire 2 years, quite closely in BHQ, and it genuinely has been a pleasure. And I can honestly say you're actually one of the very best. We've had some sort of one-to-one conversations about this. One of the best in the business. So you make the easy look easy and the hard look easy, and you always do it with a smile on your face. But it's underpinned with intellect and hard work, and you absolutely live up to the commando principle of cheerfulness in the face of adversity. So they'd be super proud of you passing that course and still living up to that principle, which is good because I think that's a really healthy space to be in. So Krishna and Neelam, you're leaving us. You're probably staying in Gloucester, but actually going to go to Shrivenham and then off to Army HQ afterwards to go and work in. Well, actually, we were trying to work this out today. What actually you're going to go and do? But you've got a better idea than I have. But but essentially in a job whereby we could possibly lean on Krishna to help us out in the future if we need more people in our organisation, which is a really good idea. But you continue to be a shining light, okay, for Gurkhas in the Brigade of Gurkhas, all right? You know, you're that role model, particularly in the QAGLR, of achieving something that people hadn't achieved before. And I know there's many soldiers in the battalion that are inspired by you every day. So well done for that, and please keep that up. You leave on promotion, which again is so richly deserved. I couldn't think of a better person in the battalion to leave on promotion. So we wish you all the very best of luck for the future. And please join me in a round of applause for Krishna.
Krishna, take it easy, yeah? Don't forget anything.
Yeah, that's not good.
I didn't want to Kukuria. For obvious reasons, I didn't want to Kukuria. I'll keep this.
Blame to me, sir.
There's a special presentation. This is to ensure that you don't mistake your walking poles for anybody else.
Colour coded.
Well, see sir. GM sir, Safaru, Didiru, Gujiharu, for you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much for your kindness. I genuinely feel like I got lucky there, but Dai, thanks very much for this wonderful gift. I didn't expect that from the Kilimanjaro team. Yes. Right, I spent 2 years here in this battalion, so I feel like it's at least 5 minutes. I must spend at least 5 minutes saying a few words here. So could you please take a seat there? I would be very glad. Some of the best people with exceptional caliber come from this battalion, right? Okay, so I'm very glad that I've spent the last 2 years spending time with those people here in this battalion. I've had the privilege of working alongside them, and the last 2 years have been actually great for me. I've been very lucky to have had 2 outstanding commanding officers. One led like a chess master, the other one like a rugby captain. I'll let you decide which one's which, okay? But you know what? Somehow I managed to get away without being checkmated and without being rugby tackled. So thank you very much, yourself, for all your guidance. In all seriousness, you've been a fantastic commanding officer for me. Your guidance, your leadership towards me, absolutely fantastic. I couldn't have asked any more. You're leaving the battalion as well, and I know Pat's going to say a lot more about you later on. I'm not going to steal his thunder, but I'm going to say best of luck. Wish you all the best, and to yourself, and he's going to be the decoy. I'm sure there's a lot more interesting things happening for you there. You will enjoy that thoroughly. To go to his son, move slightly here. Son, thank you very much for all your guidance. I knew you were leaving the army after 30 plus years in the army. You've seen me since I joined when I was 17.5 years old. You brought me from Pokhara and got me all the way to here, and you're now leaving the army. It's an exceptional privilege for me just to say goodbye to you from the regular army. I know you are going to be doing better things. Vivi, तपाईलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद for guiding Neelam and looking after my kids, Kian and Kenza. She has been looking after my kids in the background and helping us out at the same time. So thank you very much, Sal and Vivi, for your time and for your and of course, to my numberies, there are a lot of numberies in this battalion. Unlike my previous job where I was a staff officer, no numbering, nothing, very dull, very boring. Although I did learn a lot of stuff, but here in this battalion, it's great, fantastic, easy. Got key people in the right places. So I just want to say thank you very much, Namoriharu, for helping me out when I needed you the most and suffering together in a number of places as well. So thank you very much, Namoriharu. Where is Mukum? Mukum, you're there, right, sat in the corner, but always shining, right? Mukum, thank you very much for all your help, right? I was going to say you're my right hand, but you're actually both my hands. As rightly alluded by the commanding officer up there, he said, you know, I spend a lot of time in Gran Canaria, in Nepal, in Tanzania, rightly so. It would not have been possible without Mukum there. Mukum did all the work for me, and I absolutely took the credit for it. So thank you very much, Mukum. You are a star. You've done a lot of work for me. You are someone there, so thanks very much for that. And I want to say, for those moving on, there are a number of people who are moving on into the next job. There are a number of appointment boards that was released only yesterday. So for those moving on from this battalion, good luck and best wishes for your future endeavors. And for those staying here in this battalion, keep flying the battalion's flag high, okay? You're here, you're the best of the best, do the best. And I want to see the emails in the future with me on the mailing list as well, saying this is what we've achieved, this is what we've done. We've come first again in the Trail Walker, we won the Defense OSC and all that sort of stuff. So please email me as well. And now before although I'm moving on to my staff course, which is in Scrivener for the next 7 months, I will still be around, so my wife is still going to be around. So for all the Didi Bani, Haru, Didi especially, please look after Neelam when I'm away doing my course. I'm going to be slightly busier than normal, I think. But Neelam has been enjoying your company so far, so please look after her. But if you see anyone over caffeinated and a bit of hostang here and there, then that's probably me, because I'm struggling to understand the 7 questions in staff course. Now before I go back to my seat, I just want to say thank you very much to a special person here, and that is my wife. She's already sat there. The last 2 years hasn't been easy. As the commanding officer alluded earlier on, it's not an easy job. I did struggle in the start, but I got the grasp of it. But my wife in the background, she has been quite a force behind it. She's been always there for me. We had the second baby when I was here as well. So I've got 2 beautiful sons, and I'm very lucky to have my wife here. So thank you very much, Neelam Gurung, my wife, for supporting me for the last 2 years as you've done so far. Finally, this frame to the morning of the start, and in fact to the tummy actually, and they're asking the tummy to take it. So this is so what's in the frame then? So this here, probably you won't be able to see all of it, but this here in the middle you will see the map of Kilimanjaro. For those who don't know, I did have the wonderful opportunity to lead the finest men and women of 1/6 Brigade to take to Kilimanjaro for 14 days. It was a wonderful experience, and what it does have is the map, and there's a photo of the team right at the top of Kilimanjaro, and there's a rock right behind here. It basically displays the resilience, the leadership, the teamwork. Every single person here, sat here today, and display and resonate in some way or other, okay? So be proud of it. And I want to present this to the commanding officer so that we can put it somewhere in the battalion order. We'll start this way, yeah. We'll leave this here. I just want to end by saying, no, not. I just want to end by saying thank you very much all. Enjoy the evening. It's been an absolute honor. Jay, go to our